You're looking to study English as a second language, I'm your man. Tons of years of experience teaching people of Asian descent and Latinos and people from all over. My name's Edgar. This is my channel, The Language Cafe. I'd like to offer you the opportunity to study English with me. Convenient classes, practical classes, fun. Okay, I'm very flexible as to how we study. We can use the traditional books, go the academic route if you like, but we can go beyond that. Okay, and I want to show you some examples about my teaching, how I teach, and my ideas about it today. So I'm going to share my screen a little bit. I'm going to show you, I'd like to show you some sites I use, books I use. Okay, first of all, the basics of ESL. I tell all my students all the time, in English, I tell them that vocabulary words are the bricks that build the house. Okay. And también en Spanish, los ladrillos son las palabras que forman la casa. Okay. Most important thing. So for those of you who might be very basic, and at any level, you might want to study English. I mean, vocabulary. You want to pick up on it. You want to increase. We always want to increase our vocabulary. We always want to do better there. I have a site for that. There's one example of a site I use. It's called Uno, Dos, Tres, Bien. I learn English online. I think it must have been put together by a Latino. I'm not sure who's it by, but here's a site that uses, for example, want to study basic English lessons. I use this. We use basic phrases, okay? And on your computer, maybe it works better than mine, but it would be English on the left and Spanish on the right. Okay, in a translation, you could see for those of you who are Spanish speakers wanting to learn English. Vocabulary word list is very, very good for vocabulary. Okay, basic words. I give you examples of how we use them. Okay, and the different parts of speech as well. Let me see what else here I have. For those of you just want to practice work on conversation, we can do conversation too. There's a site here called ITESLJ. It's got, for example, hundreds of themes here. Okay, and tons, alphabetically. For example, if I want to go airplanes, talk about airplanes, right? Question is, how old were you when you went on your first flight? I like to ask people, where did you go? And we go from there. And as we study, as we practice conversation, I will help you with vocabulary. I will correct you as you go along. I write notes for you online here on Zoom. And we can review, we can practice again your mistakes until you get out of your mistakes, okay? People do writing practice with me too. I like to correct essays. People learn a lot actually from when they're writing, from the essays that they work on. Many people are visual learners. So they look at the mistakes they made and they practice and they review them. I quiz them on it. And we work that way. There's another site here I like to use called English Club. This site is outstanding, okay? For example, on this part, if I go back a little bit, it's called, this part here, I got this from the 12 basic tenses, okay? So for example, we do present continuous. We talk there, we study. Okay, it's more grammatical, more formal, okay, more academic. Very good, it's outstanding. You see the structure of present continuous in this case. I'm speaking to you. He is not studying, not staying in London. At the end of each part of speech, there's a quiz you can take. Okay, you can take it with me. And then I go over your mistakes there too. Okay, those people who want to study grammar, whether it be vocabulary, you just want to add vocabulary. You want to practice conversation, get better conversation skills. People want to prepare for speeches or presentations in their business. People who want to work on their grammar. My Japanese students I've had want to work a lot. They love grammar. They love to work on that. They're more academic. Okay, that's some examples of some sites I use. Now, give you some other examples of. We also use books. There's some books I use, for example, English for Everyone. It's a practice book that has a lot of different exercises in it. Okay. I do like to do reading comprehension books. Okay, reading comprehensions. My secondary high school students use types of books like this a lot. They need to obviously to work on their reading skills. The basic reading, writing, listening, speaking books, for example, the Future series, this, okay? And if you have a book, you might have a book you're interested in, or that you have. If I don't have it, I'll buy it too. I'll work on that. By the way, there are people who like to read novels. Okay, I like to work on. I like to read novels with people. With one student I had, we worked on Charles Dickens' *A Tale of Two Cities*. At 90-minute classes, we did half an hour on that. It took us 3 years, but we got the book done. A recent novel I recommend is called *The Good Thief*. For those of you, we can read a novel together, discuss it together, go over the vocabulary, check for your understanding. People, no matter what you like to discuss, whatever your themes or topics of interest, I'm that kind of an English teacher. Okay, I'm very flexible. I'd love to work with you. Okay. By the way, I have a book that I wrote on my own. Came on January 2018. It's called English Made in America. It's a lot about idioms. Okay, and it has some essays. Has like movie lines. For those of you like idioms, such as if you say once in a blue moon, you know what once in a blue moon means? I just do something very rarely. A blue moon is those times when you have like 2 full moons in a month. It's kind of rare. So when you say, for example, do you ever have beer? Say, oh yeah, once in a blue moon. It's kind of that rare. Maybe not that quite that rare, but you say pretty rarely. I love to talk about idioms, slang, expressions, parts of speech, everyday English, what's practical for you. A lot of you are mothers and you have to speak with your children's teachers and you want to know how to speak with them. You want to know how to speak at the grocery store or speak at the post office. Different needs, everyday English. I'm there to help you. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. I've helped people in colleges or people need to practice to pass tests. I'm there to help you. My name is Edgar Montoya, longtime teacher over 20 years. I've worked with all students of all ages. I'd be ready and willing to work with you. If you live in the Torrance area, we could probably have cafe lessons as well. I live in Torrance. I meet students sometimes in cafes like a Starbucks or a Coffee Bean. We have classes there. But most of you would be online, of course. And I'm ready to work with you. Love teaching English. For those of you who want to learn basic Spanish too, I can work with you in Spanish. Anyways, I hope you check out my channel, The Language Cafe. Give me some likes on them. Leave your comments. Subscribe to my channel. It's a varied channel of all kinds of things. I do cuisine, some language lessons. I talk about books, book reviews, just cultural things that come up. Talk about. And I have another channel too called American Update. That one needs to be polished off and worked out a little bit. It's more about the United States. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in class. I hope you check out my channel. And thank you so much. Bye for now. Bye.